Okay folks, I want to show you how easy it is to have a chimney fire. All I did to get that fire started, I had swept this chimney 2 weeks prior and noticed it had a heavy buildup of creosote, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And it's been pretty much prime to start. So all I did was open the doors on my wood burning stove, and I put one piece of cardboard in, and that was enough. That extra burst of heat was enough to start the fire. This will be the last fire that I have in this stack because I'm going to a liner. These masonry, this house was built in '66, and the masonry stoves are you're just going to have chimney fires with them. But they were designed for that. So you've got a liner, you've got cinder block, and then you've got brick. You've got a lot of layers of protection on the short side. On the wide side, 2 feet of protection. So it's only the short sides that are an issue as far as having any kind of flame come out. But it would take cracked liners to have that issue, and I've already inspected these liners. I would have done this, I've just had I not already done an inspection. My liners are clean, the tile liners, that is. And with burning this, allows me to get that creosote out before I install the liner. I don't want to put a liner and seal a flammable in that cavity. Anything flammable, doesn't matter, I don't care what it is. Creosote is flammable, obviously, so and it's going to be in a hot area. So getting this clean will be my next step. I'll show you. The only thing I have to do now is sweep the chimney, and it'll be ready for, and of course cut off this tile, and I'll be ready for my new wood stove. Anyway, for those that have not ever seen a chimney fire in action, that's what one looks like. It's characterized by that brown smoke, and more importantly by the smell. You can smell, creosote has a very distinctive smell. Once you learn what it is, you'll never forget it. Folks, this is what this thing looks like after you've had the fire. This is all nice and clean before. I'm going to show you all sweeping it and what our net outcome will be. You see all that ash just forms this giant kind of foamy, yucky stuff. Also, over here on the edge, you can see where some of that creosote actually dripped down onto the block. Alright, so what we got here is a chimney sweep brush, which is designed to remove that foam. It is not designed to remove creosote. So when you get your chimney clean, that's what they're cleaning, is that stuff. I'm using an adapter. You can use this with the standard brush. You can use it with poles, fiberglass poles. I like the rigidity of a painter's pole because you can put a little more pressure on the sides. The others you can just sweep straight up and down. But anyway. Maybe I should be on the other side so y'all can see better what's going on. Said the ash comes off easy enough. When you're sweeping it, it sounds kind of like crinkling of a bag. This is very important. The amount of ash that you're going to bring up is going to be significant, so you want to make sure that you've got your damper completely open, but your door is shut on your wood stove. If you're doing this with a fireplace, I'd recommend you put a bag over the front or some way, otherwise this stuff's going to be all in your house. It's not a problem with the wood stove. And I guess it goes without saying, don't do this with a fire going. Wait till your fire's out. And we're at bottom right there. We'll give it a good scrub. Just going back kind of in circles, putting a little bit of pressure on each wall as I take little short strokes. Now when you get down real far, it's much harder to get a lot of pressure because you got too much length on your pole. All right. There's quite a bit of difference. But you see there's still some creosote in that stack. But nothing like what it was. We're going to call it, put the cap back on it and call it quits. Anyway, I cannot stress how easy it was to get that fire started. I've had them start from loading a log. It's just that extra amount of air you can, when you open your doors to load a log, can be all it takes, all it needs. Once it's ready to go and nice and warm. The other thing I guess I should mention is we had a rain this morning and we had a real soaker overnight. So everything around me is just soaked to the gill. We've got standing water. So that's why I picked today to do this video, because I figured it was probably the safest possible time. As you saw that video, you saw some of that ash getting blown by the wind. That could be a concern if, you know, everything's a tinderbox and you've not had any rain or anything in quite a while. So anyway, be safe, and if you've got one of these old flues, like I said, it really, for peace of mind, put you a metal liner in there. With a metal liner, this is absolutely the safest chimney you'll ever have, hands down. Anyway, please subscribe to my channel, give me a like or a dislike or whatever, and would love to hear some comments from you guys. So have a great day.